Let's talk about date tracking. Almost every data is dated in HCM. That is, there is a start date and an end date. Fusion allows data between 31st December 4712 and 31st December 47, it goes up to 31st December 4712 AD to be entered in the application. When data is entered, we put the start date as whatever we need, and the system will automatically put a date of 31st December 4712 as the end date. In a lot of places, we don't see this. Okay, but the behind the scene in the table, it is stored in that fashion. So for example, if I say a job of manager, start date is 1st June 2020, even if I don't enter an end date in the database, it will put a 31st December 4712. Similarly, when employee starts, Rajesh Kumar, start date is 8th of June 2020, end date is 31st December 4712. That means it will end on, it is in the database table, mind you. Okay, it may not appear on the application. Appear in the application end date might be blank, but in the application, it will, in the database table, it will show like that. Now, there are two modes in which you can do the changes. Yesterday, when you were doing person extra information, you saw there were two modes, correction and update. What does it mean? Update means history is retained. The tables that can have date track data will end in _F. For example, you can, let's say Rajesh Kumar, his start date is 8th of June 2020. By default, the end date will be 31st December 4712 and his marital status is single. On 1st of July 2020, he gets married. He joined on 8th of June, okay? And he gets married on 1st of July. So the first record will be Rajesh Kumar, start date 1st of July 2020, because now this is update mode, okay? So his status is now changed to married from 1st of July. End date is 31st of December 4712. Now, till when, what date was he single? He was single till 30th of June. So you have a start date 8th of June to 30th of June. Okay. So you have two records. First, initially you had the record like this, start date 8th of June, end date 31st of December 4712, marital status single. Now, when he gets married on 1st of July 2020, system will automatically update it. You don't have to do anything. All that you have to do is you have to say the change you're doing is in update mode. So those tables that have date track in them will end in _F. If the table name does not end in _F, I will tell you subsequently how to look at the table names. _F tables only have date tracking in this manner. Others don't have. They might have a start date, end date. Okay, you can put an end date, you can put a start date, but you may not be able to date track. Date track means adding an additional row like this. Okay. Now, you might have a correct mode. Correct mode means there was some correction that you need to put in. So there was some mistake. So let's take the same example. Rajesh Kumar, his start date is 8th of June 2020, end date is 31st December 4712, and the marital status is single. He realizes his status is single whereas he is actually married on the date of June. That means on 8th of June, he was actually married. By mistake, it was entered as single in the system. So there was a mistake in entering his status. There is no need for history. Original record is directly changed without a second record because this is incorrect data, right? You don't need to keep history. What correction will do is correction will strike off the single and make it married. Start date, end date will remain like this, and there'll be only a single row in the database. Okay. Any questions on date tracking? Let me now show you the update, how it works. Let's search for someone. Go to person information. Over here, you see name is there, name, last name. Maybe we want to add a middle name. So if you click on history, you have two options, update, correct, and of course, delete record. We don't want to delete, we want to update it. So from 1st of January 24, let's say his name becomes John Taylor Bull or John Red Bull. So his middle name, we want to call it as Red. We say OK. Submit it. Wait for a few minutes. Let's go back to person information. Here now, see his name has changed to Red. And if you look at the history, click on view history, you'll be able to see the history of the changes. So it was created on 1st of July, 2017. Then it got changed. What changed from 1st of Jan? Middle name. View the change details. So this is the effective start date. See, effective end date is showing as blank here. Done. If you want to see view all attributes, this will show you all the fields that are there, not just the changed one. See now, the effective end date has become 31st December 2023 because the next row is starting from 1st Jan 2024. So the old name is just John Bull, whereas the new name is John Red Bull. And all the other fields are visible here. On the other hand, if I were to do a change, then all it will do is show one record. It will not show multiple records.